Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Triathlon Podcast. I'm Coach Gyl here, and today we are going to be diving deep into swim training sessions. Get ready for everything you need to know to get started in the pool. Welcome back to the Triathlon Podcast, your go-to podcast for all things related to the swim, bike, and run. Today we're diving deep into swim training sessions. Whether you're a beginner looking to improve your technique or a seasoned athlete aiming to enhance your speed and endurance, this episode is for you. Get ready to jump in and explore effective swim workouts to take your performance to the next level. We'll be covering the anatomy of a basic swim training session, which normally should last about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and we're going to break it down. Within every session, you will have warm-up routines, technique focus sets, an endurance segment, speed and or power workouts. You can choose. Sometimes it's just a plain endurance session, but other times maybe it's speed and power. You choose between one or the other. Or if you've got the time, you can do a little of both. And last, of course, is recovery and cool down. So let's get started with the warm-up sessions. I will say warming up is something that swimmers tend to want to gloss over. It's not the most important part of the session for them, but indeed, every swim session should begin with a proper warm-up to prepare your body and mind for the workout ahead. So we'll discuss dynamic stretches, activation exercises, and swim-specific drills to activate key muscles and enhance mobility. A well-executed warm-up is the foundation for a productive training session, and it helps prevent injuries. So let's get started with sample warm-up routines along with some drills that you can incorporate into your sessions. One is pretty obvious. One is just a slow, easy swim. Start with a few laps of easy swimming to get your body moving and your muscles warmed up. Focus on maintaining a steady and relaxed pace as well as your form. It is in the easy swim where you're not worried about speed. Just focus on correct form. Next is a kick set. Switch to a kicking set to engage your leg muscles and improve lower body circulation. You can use a kick board or streamline without a board for this part of the warm-up. Next option is drills. Incorporate specific swim drills to work on technique and form, and often the best drills are the ones that will work on a weakness that you have in the water. These drills should focus on different aspects of your stroke, such as body position, arm technique, and breathing. The next option is a build set, and that is where you gradually increase the intensity of your swimming to raise your heart rate and prepare your body for the main set. Start with moderate effort and gradually build up to a faster pace. The next option are sprint strides. So you can finish your warm-up with just a few short sprints to activate your fast twitch muscle fibers and sharpen your speed. These should be brief and all-out efforts with plenty of rest in between. Still in the warm-up is, as I said before, a good time is to choose some drills or add some drills that focus on a weakness that you might have in the water, as well as work on overall body position so that you're more comfortable in the water. So some good drills to get started with, but they're plenty. The first would be the catch-up drill. So here you will swim freestyle, but pause your lead arm in front of you until your other arm catches up before taking your next stroke. This drill helps improve coordination and timing. Next is the fist drill. Swim freestyle with your hands clenched into fist. This drill encourages you to engage your forearm and hand throughout the stroke, promoting a more efficient pull. Next is the one-arm drill. Swim freestyle, focusing on one arm at a time while keeping the other arm extended in front of you. Or you can just have it can be in front of you, but it can also be at your side. This drill helps isolate and improve the technique of each arm individually. If you find this to be too difficult, you can start with fins, and that will help you a little bit with the balance, but the idea is ultimately you can remove the fins and do the one-arm drill as you are. Then the next option is the Tarzan drill. Swim freestyle with your head out of the water, mimicking the motion of sighting during open water swimming. This drill helps improve sighting technique and builds neck strength. Next is the rotation drill. Focus on rotating your body from side to side with each stroke, exaggerating the rotation to engage your core muscles and improve body alignment. And lastly is breathing patterns. Practice different breathing patterns, such as bilateral breathing, which is breathing every 3 strokes, or breathing on odd or even strokes to improve your breathing efficiency, but more importantly, adaptability when you're in open water conditions. So we've gotten through the warm-up. We're now ready to move on to some technique-focused sets. Technique is paramount in swimming, and dedicating time to refine your strokes is essential for improvement. We'll explore drills and focus sets designed to target specific aspects of technique, such as body position, the catch phase, and propulsion. Whether you're working on your freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, or butterfly, these drills will help you develop efficiency and fluidity in the water. And also, I should say, even though triathlon requires using just freestyle, it does help you to master all 4 strokes. So, here are some sets that prioritize technique development. One is distance per stroke set. Swim a series of intervals focusing on maximizing the distance covered per stroke. Count your strokes per length and try to reduce the number of strokes while maintaining speed. For example, swim 4 100 meters focusing on reducing strokes by 2 to 4 strokes per length with each repetition. The next set is catch and pull focus set. Alternate between sets focusing on the catch phase and the pull phase of your stroke. So the catch phase. Swim 6 50 meters, emphasizing a strong and early catch, focusing on high elbow position. The pull phase, you'll swim 6 50 meters, concentrating on the power phase of your stroke, driving your hand back past your hip. Another set is the breathing technique set. Devote a set to improving your breathing technique and bilateral breathing. Bilateral breathing will set you free so that when you are competing, when you're in open water, you will be able to mindlessly switch from one side to the other to see what's going on around you. So, one set. Swim 4 200 meters, alternating breathing every 3 strokes and every 5 strokes. Every 5 strokes, I know, it's much more difficult. Breathing drills. Incorporate drills such as breathing on odd or even strokes or breathing only to one side to improve breathing adaptability. Next is a body positioning set. Focus on maintaining proper body alignment and reducing drag in the water. Swim for 100 meters with a focus on hip rotation and maintaining a long, streamlined body position. Include drills like kicking on your side or fingertip drag to reinforce proper body position. Next is turn and transition set. Practice efficient turns and transitions to maintain momentum and maximize time spent at the wall. Swim a series of intervals incorporating open turns or flip turns at each wall. Add in quick transitions from swim to push-off position to simulate race scenarios. Sighting and navigation sets. Improve your open water navigation skills by practicing sighting techniques. Swim for 200 meters, focusing on sighting every 6 to 8 strokes to maintain direction. Include drills like the Tarzan drill or sighting with buoys to simulate open water conditions. Pacing and a rhythm set. Work on maintaining a consistent pace and rhythm throughout your swim. Swim a continuous set such as 1,000 meters at race pace, focusing on even splits and controlled effort. Use a pace clock or interval timer to monitor your pace and adjust as needed. The next segment, and I mentioned this before, in a given 1 hour session, you might choose building endurance as the third thing to come, or the third component to come, or you might go with speed and power workouts. I would say not do both in the same unless you're very experienced. You probably can do a little of each, but maybe one day a week, one session a week is for endurance, and two are for speed and power. It's up to you. But know that endurance, we'll start with endurance, building endurance first, and know that endurance is key for success in triathlon swimming, especially in longer distances. This segment will discuss sets aimed at building endurance through progressively longer distances and challenging intervals. So, here are some sample swim endurance sets tailored for a triathlon swim session. So, first is the continuous swim. Yes, it's exactly how it sounds. Swim continuously for a set distance or time at a steady, sustainable pace. For example, swim 1,000 meters or 30 minutes without stopping, focusing on maintaining a smooth and effective stroke throughout. The idea is you can do this without losing the integrity of your form. Next option is descending distance sets. Swim a series of intervals where the distance decreases with each repetition, allowing for increased intensity as the set progresses. For example, swim 400 meters with each 400 meters faster than the previous one, with 20 seconds rest between intervals. You can also play with this and either shorten the rest periods or increase the rest periods. Next, negative split sets. Swim each half of the distance faster than the previous half, emphasizing pacing and endurance. So, for example, swim 800 meters, aiming to swim the second 400 meters faster than the first 400 meters. Broken distance sets. Break up a longer distance into short intervals with brief rest periods in between, allowing for sustained effort over a longer total distance. For example, swim 2 800 meters with 30 seconds rest between intervals, aiming to maintain consistent pace for each 800 meters. Next is the pyramid set. Build endurance and mental toughness with a pyramid style set, increasing and then decreasing distance or intensity. For example, you would swim 200 meters, then 400 meters, then 600 meters, 800 meters. Then you'll go back down from 800 meters, 600 meters, 400 meters, ending with 200 meters. And between each set, you will rest, each interval, you will rest 15 to 30 seconds. A threshold set. Swim at or slightly above your lactate threshold pace for an extended period to improve aerobic capacity and endurance for form. For example, swim 1,000 meters at threshold pace with 20 to 30 seconds rest between intervals. Race pace intervals. Practice swimming at your goal race pace to simulate race conditions and improve pacing strategy. For example, swim 100 meters at race pace with 10 to 15 seconds rest between intervals. And lastly, there's the continuous build set. Start at an easy pace and gradually increase speed or effort level throughout the swim to build endurance and test pacing control. For example, swim continuously for 1,500 meters, gradually increasing the pace every 500 meters. So, if you choose one session, these were all of the endurance sets. If you choose to do endurance once a week, then maybe the other two sessions are speed and power workouts. So, along with endurance training, to excel in triathlon swimming, you need a combination of endurance and speed. We'll dive into speed and power workouts designed to increase your anaerobic capacity and race pace. These sessions may include sprint intervals, race simulation sets, and resistance training tools like paddles and fins to enhance propulsion and speed. These workouts focus on shorter, high-intensity efforts to build strength and speed. Here are some sample workouts designed to target anaerobic capacity and race pace. So first are the sprint intervals. You'll warm up, make sure you have a good warm-up of 10 to 15 minutes with easy swimming. Perform 8 50-meter sprints at maximum effort with 1 to 2 minutes rest between each sprint. Focus on explosive starts and maintaining strong technique throughout each sprint. Cool down with 10 to 15 minutes of easy swimming. The next is the race pace pyramid. Warm up with 10 minutes of easy swimming, including drills and technique work. Swim a pyramid set of 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 meters at your goal race pace, allowing 20 to 30 seconds rest between each interval. Focus on maintaining consistent effort and technique throughout each interval. Cool down with 5 to 10 minutes of easy swimming. Next are threshold repeats. Warm up with 10 to 15 minutes easy swimming, followed by some dynamic stretches. Perform 4 to 6 20-meter repeats at slightly faster than race pace with 20 to 30 seconds rest between each repeat. Aim to maintain a strong and consistent pace throughout each repeat. Cool down with 5 to 10 minutes of easy swimming. Next is the power build set. Warm up with 10 minutes of easy swimming and swim a series of 50, 100, 200, 300, 400. You go back down 300, 200, 100 meters, increasing effort and speed with each interval. You'll rest for 20 to 30 seconds between each interval. Focus on powerful strokes and strong finishes. Again, you'll be sure to cool down. Next is anaerobic threshold sets. So here, what you're going to do again, you are going to do a warm-up, and you notice I'm saying this, for all of these sets, they are intense, and you definitely owe it to your body, to your heart and lungs, to give your body a proper warm-up. So yes, you're still going to warm up for these. You're going to swim 3 to 400 meters at slightly faster than race pace, with 30 to 45 seconds rest between each repeat. Focus on maintaining a strong pace and efficient technique, even as fatigue sets in. And then, of course, you'll have your cool down. Next is descending intervals, followed by your warm-up. Perform a set of descending intervals such as 4 100 meters, 3 75 meters, and 2 50 meters, with each subsequent interval faster than the previous one. Rest for 20 to 30 seconds between each interval. Focus on maintaining strong technique and speed throughout each interval. Then, of course, you'll have your typical cool down of 10 to 15 minutes of easy swimming. And that does bring me to the last component of every session. Every session should have a cool down, a recovery and cool down. And this is something else that maybe athletes choose to ignore, but you need to bring your heart rate down. And also it's easier on your muscles too to do a proper cool down. This is essential. I see recovery sessions as essential for maximizing gains and reducing the risk of overuse injuries. It's important to incorporate active recovery drills, gentle swimming, and mobility exercises into your cool down routine that could actually be done outside of the pool to promote circulation and aid in muscle recovery. Very often, my athletes and I, we take our mats poolside and do a few planks, a few stretches after a nice easy swim in the pool to finish a productive session. Well, everyone, in conclusion, swim training sessions are a vital component of triathlon preparation, helping you develop the skills and endurance needed to conquer the swim leg with confidence. By incorporating diverse workouts focused on technique, power, endurance, and speed, you can elevate your swimming performance and achieve your triathlon goals. Remember to stay consistent, stay focused, and enjoy the journey of becoming a stronger and more proficient swimmer. That wraps up today's episode of the Triathlon Podcast. I hope you found these swim training insights valuable for your triathlon journey. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe for more tips and strategies to enhance your swimming performance. Until next time, keep training hard and swim strong.